What is up, guys? The Red Cloak here, and today we have a bit of a versus battle on our hands. Hellfire Mereoleona versus Captain Yami. Now, I was going to do Asta versus every Captain in Black Clover, but I think we all know how that's gonna go. I think this fight's actually pretty interesting because it's two captains claiming to be the strongest, so what better way than to put them against each other in fisticuffs. So hey, let's start this off. And first round, I'm going to actually use the Yami that was versus 80% Dante versus Mereoleona. Yami's fight with Dante is pretty easy to scale and pretty easy to go over, so I'll go into that. And Yami's fight with Dante does help him a lot and does put him on level or even above the Dark Triad. When Asta was attempting to go try to save Captain Yami, Nock stops him and tells him, "You are no match against one Dark Triad member, and there are two just like him and even as strong as him." Now, you can take this any way you want. You could say that maybe Xenon's the strongest Dark Triad member, maybe Dante is, but I'm not here to argue that. I'm here to say that they are in around the same ballpark. And throughout the fight against Dante, Yami seemed to be above Dante in terms of ability and strength, but again, you could just say because of that, Yami could be somewhat equal to Dante and having an equal fight, but he has OP abilities like the Dark Cloak, Dimension Slash, and Death Thrust. Speaking of Death Thrust, it is one OP ability where, again, Yami can just cock his sword back and completely remove the whole piece of Dante's body, which, again, if he hits Mereoleona with it, I'm going to assume is a one-shot. But again, Mereoleona can dodge it. I don't think that Death Thrust is just a quick move that could just disintegrate your body or destroy your body. So I think Mereoleona can possibly dodge it. Yami's attack potency and speed should be at least equal to or near the level of 80% Dante, or basically 80% of the Triad. But if you want to say that Dante is the strongest because of his body magic and he overlasts Xenon, then go ahead. Because Dante, even when Dante was at 60%, was able to sauce him up, while Berserker Asta couldn't even keep up or hold a candle to him, while Dante was getting completely messed up by this Yami. This would actually put Yami on the same ballpark at 80% Dante, but if you want to say that he's a little bit below that, then go ahead, or above that, you can do whatever you want. But for me, I think he's equal to 80% Dante. The reason why I couldn't beat him is because anti-magic was the only thing that could destroy and beat his body magic. Not only that, having Monozone and Black Moon, and not only that, Dark Cloak, Dimension Slash, and Lightless Slash, and Death Thrust, Yami is a formidable opponent, mostly because he can use Black Hole to absorb any magic that comes at him. Now, let's get into why Mereoleona beats his ass. The reason why Mereoleona is so much more impressive than Yami against this Ancient Demon, yes, I'm only using her when she versed the Ancient Demon, not against Lucifer. We'll get that into round 2. But it's because this Ancient Demon's actually stronger than you think, and I'll get right into that. Now, obviously, we know from the statement from Xenon from chapter 280 that these ancient demons are born from hatred from humans, and not only that, born from the power of the underworld. But the thing is, these ancient demons are actually rivals turned into demons, so they should be on equal playing field. And we can see Mereoleona by herself against a wingless ancient demon was easily able to bring it to the ground until the first gate opened. Now, why is this so important? Well, let's get into the ancient demon and Asta. Now, obviously, the Clover Kingdom's defense forces didn't really last long against the Ancient Demon, but we're here for Asta. When Asta enters the battle against the Ancient Demon, he's in his black form, and with that devil arm that he got from Libe. And now, with Asta having this arm, this Asta was equal to Captain Yami, who versed 80% Dante. He should get stronger. He should be even stronger than he was beforehand. But let's lowball and just say he's just equal to Dante. Now, the reason why this is important, because he couldn't dispel the bomb or the attack from the Ancient Demon with just his black form, and that he needed to go double union with Libe to even dispel the whole magic bomb. Now, we all saw what Asta was able to do with this devil arm of Libe with only 15 seconds to spare. He was able to fight alongside Yami, which again was equal to 80% Dante. Not only that, this Asta had training from Noct and should be logically stronger than he was before against Dante. Now, this is what I'm saying. This ancient demon is actually stronger than 80% Dante. Yeah, crazy, right? Mereoleona was actually able to bully the Ancient Demon, which should be equal to the Ancient Demon that attacked the Clover Kingdom. And it's crazy because when it even went into its wing form, it didn't matter. Mereoleona was getting her mono absorbed, but she was able to grow even harder and stronger from the conflict against the Ancient Demon and put it down for good. This would logically put Mereoleona above 80% of the Dark Triad, since they should be equal in strength, and this would logically put her above Yami. Now, in her fighting in character, this would actually be pretty funny. Now, Death Thrust is going to be something that she has to look out for, but I think that Mereoleona would go into her Hellfire Reincarnation, and I don't think she would give Yami a break. I think she would pummel Yami to the ground and use a mana zone for release the same way she did to the Ancient Demon and beat Yami down. Not saying Yami wouldn't go down without a fight, but I think Mereoleona wins this low to mid difficulty. Even the attacks that Yami can use like Dark Cloak Dimension Slash and Death Thrust, Mereoleona could possibly just dodge it and easily pummel him to the ground. Now, with Black Moon, he can absorb spells, and with Black Hole, he can absorb spells into a black hole. But the thing is, Mereoleona uses her fist to talk, and she isn't a long-range fighter, she's more of a close-range fighter, which could probably be Yami's detriment. Now, I know someone's gonna be there and argue, he'll just surpass his limits, bro. You understand that Mereoleona could get hotter and stronger the more she fights in conflict? Surpassing his limits isn't going to work if she continues to get hotter and stronger until she reaches her limit, which I don't think is ever going to happen if he's not a Lucifero, which means she's basically just going to bully Yami if he continues to try to surpass his limits. So yeah, I got Mereoleona winning this mid to low difficulty. Let's get into the actual fight now. Now, the second and last round is Mereoleona versus Yami Gravity. These two both fought Lucifero. So these guys actually should be close in relative in power. Now let's go over Mereoleona first, but because she was the winner of last round. Gets destroyed is what impresses me the most. Remember, when Twilight Valhalla ends, all your damage goes back on you, which means you shouldn't be getting up. Mereoleona says fuck that shit and is able to punch Lucifero in the face, which again doesn't affect him, but it's impressive because she shouldn't be up because all the captains are knocked out and down, and Mereoleona is still up and about. Now, I'm not trying to scale Mereoleona to Devil Union Asta, but when Asta got punched by Lucifero, he could barely get up and he was seeing stars, and he got stomped out by Lucifero and was basically knocked out. With all the damage that Mereoleona took, she just kept on getting stronger and stronger. So her durability should at least be somewhat above Asta. Now, I'm not very confident in that. If you want to say no, then go ahead. And the only reason why Mereoleona even got out of commission in this fight is because she got too close to Mana, because she was getting even stronger with her Hellfire Incarnate. So yeah, she only got out of the fight because, again, she just became more stronger and got her into Mana. Now, let's get into Yami. This feat from Yami is actually pretty outstanding because Yami was actually able to somewhat hold back Lucifero's punch that was going to kill Noct until Lucifero used more power. Mereoleona should somewhat be relative to Yuno because she was able to fight alongside him and was able to dodge Lucifero's attacks. But the moment Lucifero decided that he was going to actually punch Mereoleona, which was going to finish her off, Yuno was actually able to block with his blade, but it actually knocked him into a rock, but he was able to get back up. Now, I'm saying this because Yami should be physically stronger than both of these guys. Now, obviously physical strength isn't everything in a fight in Black Clover, but this means he should be relative or somewhat above physically Mereoleona. Combination with Yami and Noct's, Kid's Playground, which is Mana Zone, which is a full release, is able to somewhat affect Lucifero, but it's just somewhat affecting him. And the moment Lucifero decides to go 100%, Yami don't really do anything. Yami either gets his arm broken, saved by, Yuno, gets stabbed in the stomach, and is out of commission for the fight. Yami does get a boost from the Tree of Death, and it does increase his magic, and he's able to fight alongside William because William put all of his magic in that sword of his. So Yami should theoretically be even stronger than he was against 80% Dante, which he was. But the thing is, Lucifer only really got serious is when he just noticed that these people can kill him. Now, you say that Yami and Noct pushed him to that realization, yeah, but Mereoleona did not. But you can also say this: Lucifero decided that it was done toying around because he's not taking any chances with them. Now, obviously, when you have two arcane stage mages that can kill you like Yami and Asta on the battlefield, he's gonna have to go 100%. Now, with a fight against these two, who would exactly win? Now, obviously, I don't know how you can get close to Mana. There is no limiter. There is nothing to actually suggest that Mereoleona can get close to Mana, or there isn't some kind of multiplier that makes us understand what getting close to Mana is, so I possibly won't be using that. But if Mereoleona starts off with her Hellfire Reincarnation, that is basically the one that fought against the Ancient Demon, Yami should take this one 9 times out of 10. Mereoleona that fought the Lucifer after Twilight Ball ended should be somewhat equal to Yuno, the same Yuno who was able to fight alongside Noct, Yami, and Asta. This Yuno should be even more fatigued than Yami since Yuno was fighting alongside Mereoleona and was taking a beating and trying to dodge from Lucifero and took a punch from him. And not only that, Yuno was able to save Yami multiple times with his star magic, and this would actually put them on the same level. The thing is, I believe that Lucifero was actually taking Yami way more seriously than Mereoleona, because Yami had the power to kill him. Wouldn't you think that Lucifero would take Yami more seriously than somebody like Mereoleona, who is seen as a pest in Lucifero's eyes? But Dark Cloak Dimension Slash and Death Thrust, these are abilities that could end Mereoleona if she isn't careful. Now, Mereoleona could obviously dodge these, but one clean hit, this could end her life. Now, we know Mereoleona's new form can get stronger every time she fights, but she won't get stronger if her body's either cut in half or is even blown up by Death Thrust. But, obviously, this is Yami in character. I don't think Yami's going to immediately go for a Death Thrust, but if they're all bloodlusted, I think Mereoleona is going to stop the chit-chat and actually go in heads first and try to fight Yami head-to-head. I'd actually give this fight to Captain Yami. Now, the reason I'm giving this, because Yami's increase in power after the ritual, and William should have got the same increase as well, which would make them even stronger than they were before. Now, Yami and William are rivals in this story. They should be in the same playing field, and if William put all of his magic into that sword, then this sword should be even stronger, even better than Yami's katana that Asta was using, which would mean Yami's attack should be more lethal, more deadly, and even more powerful than they were before. Now, obviously, Mereoleona could close the gap with her Hellfire reincarnation and completely dominate Yami, and that's why I'm so split 50-50, but I got Yami winning this. But tell me what you guys think down below. Who do you think wins this high difficulty fight? Mereoleona or Yami? Tell me in the comments down below. Now, obviously, if you want to see more versus battle like this, leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you haven't to stay notified whenever I upload a video. Anyways, I think that's all for today. It has been the Red Cloak. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out, and I am out, guys. Peace.